Authentic British experience during the Olympics. You don't have to be in London. Sophie Parrott joins us now from a really fun company. It's called the Marvelous Vintage Tea Party Company. This is our Tasty Thursday. And look at this setup. You've done all things British. Take us through what we need to do to have a proper tea party Olympic style.
Well, really what tea parties are all about women, or men actually, getting together, friends getting together and having a good time over a nice cuppa, some yummy treats and fancies, some cake, and just stopping what they're doing. That's really what the company's about. Saying that, we've then kind of put in a few different twists, and we, of course, dress up 1920s
Vintage
through
clothing,
50s.
yeah,
Yes.
This is right out of the theater, isn't it?
And my hostesses too, they're all in little black dresses and pinnies and white gloves.
So it feels authentic.
Yeah, we take people back to the magical golden era where service and paramount really is really important.
And the taste of England is, of course, in the scones. It's in the tea. You're going to make some scones for us right now?
Let's make some scones. I'm going to put some gloves on because it could get messy.
Sure. And while you do that, we've got these other beautiful things that we can show as well. You've made some Olympic cookie medals, some Olympic cupcakes here. We'll get a close-up of this in just a second here. And a beautiful flan cake. All kinds of fun things.
Royal Victoria sponge. It's not flan.
Not flan. It's Royal Victoria sponge. Forgive me. The Queen would be offended.
She would.
I know. I should know these things. So, okay, let's start in with the scones.
All right. We're going to pop 8 ounces of all-purpose flour into the bowl. We've got 1 level teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda.
Okay.
And we've got 2 level teaspoons of cream of tartar. This is a little secret ingredient, and you'll see why in a little bit. Then we're going to whack in half a stick of butter.
Sure.
And this is where it gets fun, because you have to use your hands. You get nice and mushy in there.
So your butter has to be obviously out of the fridge and soft at this point.
Actually, not too soft. You don't want it too soft, because the main thing is you want to keep this dough as chilled as possible, so that when you actually pop it in the oven at a high temperature, it quickly rises but holds its shape.
Okay.
Okay, so once you've got that going, you don't have to get it completely perfect. We're going to slowly put in some cold milk. Again, everything's on cold.
Okay, is that whole, 2%?
I always use whole, just because if you're going to do it, let's do it right.
Right.
You know, just like, you know, the cakes. Is it gluten-free? No. Is it sugar-free? No. Is it fat-free? No, because it's cake, and it's real cake.
But it's delicious.
And it's good.
It's all about celebrating and having that fun time.
Exactly. Of course, if people have, you know, food intolerances, we can do that for them. But personally, I like to do it properly.
It's about the simplest thing you can make, really.
Do you want to have a go?
Well, I'm going to keep my hand. I'll let you in that. You've got the beautiful dress on and the gloves, but we'll just keep that going.
Okay, so here's the secret.
Yeah.
Now, this is Sophie's scone recipe, because if you look at any scone recipe, they're all slightly different. But this one calls for, you remember I put in some cream of tartar? I'm now going to put in a tiny, tiny bit of vinegar.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought of that.
Exactly. So right now, because you don't want it to taste like vinegar, it's just a splash, it'll start fizzing with the cream of tartar.
Oh, now you're a chemist.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Robert. I'm a chemist at heart. Okay, woo! Flying
And you've got
dough.
that nice dough there, proper consistency.
Okay, what we're going to do is sprinkle a little bit of flour on here. Pop this on nice, so you've got a lovely springy dough. Okay, we're going to roll it out to about ½ an inch thick, and it doesn't have to look perfect. I personally like them when looking a little rustic like that. They just look more homemade.
I love your rolling pin too. It's so narrow. It's unlike the ones that we commonly see. Just a stick of wood, really.
It's just a stick of wood.
Looks like a broom handle there.
So basically the secret to this is be quick. The longer you take, right now it's all fizzing, you know, and the longer you take, it's going to start to not fizz as much. Then you're going to take a little bit more milk. Brush the top, it just gives it a nice glaze. We'll do that on each of these. Not too much, you don't want it to get soggy. So you do that on all of those. I like to sprinkle a little bit of sugar on top. Pop them in the oven at 425 for about 12 to 15 minutes. You want them to have a nice kind of golden top to them like that.
And they just rise right up.
And they rise right up. And voila!
Wow, look at that.
Here we go. And if you'd like to try, I'll just pop them on there because we're not going to use that. I have a little plate for you here.
Well, of course you have a little plate, proper china, proper...
Let's both have... So here's the secret. No.
Oh.
This is the secret. I'm going to teach you manners, Robert.
It's clearly too late for that.
Okay, so grab the scone of your dreams on there.
Sure, there she is.
What we're going to do is we're actually going to cut it in half. That way, exactly.
Very good.
And rather than smother the clotted cream and jam on and make a sandwich, which can get quite messy, what you want to do is, to be polite, you spoon a bit of clotted cream onto your plate.
Not at my house. You dig right in. But we want to
we don't really
do it the way the Queen would do it.
But we do it at the tea parties.
Exactly.
There we go. So we do that, and then what we'll do is start off with the jam, just on a little bite-sized piece. And then a little bit of cream.
And you do this at people's houses?
Yes. But I'm serving them. I'm not eating at that point.
Well, right. And then put a little bit of each on.
A little bit of jam, a little bit of cream.
Oh, boy. A little bit of clotted cream.
And then you take a bite.
And taste. And such a wonderful combination.
Isn't that lovely?
It's just fresh.
I know.
Of course, it'd be great with a little cup of tea as well. And let me remind people where you can check out the... my mouth is full. The Marvelous Vintage Tea Party Company on KXAN. You can hover over the community tab there on the website and click on dining, and you'll find this if you want to have Sophie come by and do something wonderful for your tea party and celebrate things British. I imagine you're pretty booked through the Olympics.
The Olympics is really busy. August always calms down a little bit because it's so hot, but then weddings and things start up again in September.
Such a fun business idea. So glad you could join us.
Who doesn't want cake and tea?
And to eat it too, right? Sophie, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you so much, Robert.
Pleasure. And ahead here on KXAN News at noon. Don't go away.
Keep going in and out.
Thank you. Let's get stuck in.
Yeah, let's have some more.